I bought an RX300. Let's review it. So let's start with a bit of an introduction. First up, this is my second car. I'm super excited to have it. Also, really sad that I lost my ES. It just had too many problems. Previous owner did not take care of it. Those things are usually like really reliable. And I was like, okay, it's not reliable. So I got this from a friend for a great deal. 1K for this thing. Has a few quirks, but it's fine. I love it. It drives amazing. Anyways, before we actually start reviewing, let's go through some history. So basically, there were large luxury SUVs like the Escalade, the LX, but there wasn't really a small luxury crossover yet. So, actually, Mercedes did it first with the ML class, I believe. And then Lexus went, I want a piece of that, and made the RX300 concept in 1995. That was actually 2 years before the ML class came out. But then they made it a reality, and it outsold the ML class, and to this day is the best-selling luxury crossover ever. I mean, I think this gen sold about 350-ish thousand units. That's a lot. That's a lot more than the ML. But anyway, having an SUV that didn't drive like an earthquake was pretty nice. You could just float over speed bumps and drive in a fishbowl, basically. Alrighty, let's get to the styling. I love it. It looks so awesome. Very classic looking, 90s-ish, 2000s. This is the refresh, which happened in 2001. Overall, just a great profile, simple, slight fishbowl vibes, but that's fine, who cares? I think that looks awesome. Me personally, I like rounder SUVs rather than boxier ones. It just has a simple profile with not too much presence. It won't turn many heads, but if you're a Lexus guy like me, every RX I see, I turn my head. So, because I own one. Alright, with this car, you're going to get 180 inches of length here. There's me demonstrating in an awesome way. And you're going to get 16-inch alloy wheels with about 8 inches of ground clearance. I took it on a simple off-road track. It was pretty awesome. Kind of shredded it down the hill. It was great. And it did perfect. I have no complaints with it. Just don't take it on any crazy rocky ones. Alright, let's talk about the engine. It has a 3.0-liter V6 with 220 horsepower and 222 pound-feet of torque. It's slow. Does 0 to 60 is like 8.6 seconds. All right, before we get in the car, let's hear this baby roar. Once you get in the interior, you are greeted with a very simple and very cozy interior. I got some pillows. I did add seat covers because the seats are a bit old, but otherwise, this thing has held up super well for 2002. It's very comfortable to sit in. My seat's a little less comfortable just because it's older and more worn out, but it is a great ride. All right, the first thing we're going to talk about is the gauge cluster. I really like it. It's very simple. You have your gas, you've got your hot and cold, you got your drive modes, drive light is burnt out. You've got your speedometer, very clean, very simple, looks good during the day, maybe not quite bright enough, just because it's probably old. And you've got this thing here, RPMs. Right here, you're gonna get a couple modes if you press this button. Here's your first trip, that's my trip since I got gas, about halfway done. Here is my second trip, don't know what that one is. And here is my odometer with 187,000 miles, and it's still going strong, hopefully. Then I was like, oh no, where's my MPGs? Right here, do not fret. The MPGs are here, and you can check some different things here. ET, is that like estimated time? I'm not sure what that means. Average miles per hour. Why? No, I don't go 23. I go like at least 60 most of the time on all roads every day, every minute. And then we get about 16.9 mpg. It claims like 19 to 22. I don't believe it. But that's fine. Whatever. It's not an MPG car. And then that's your in real-time MPG, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, and I forgot to mention, my car has a screen, unlike my ES from a year later for some reason. It's really nice, it's really simple, it tells you everything you need to know. No navigation on this model. Yeah, it's a great screen and blends in with the interior very well, and I really enjoy it. It even has brightness settings, which is great. And then here's the info button if you want to click and, you know, see the info I just showed you a second ago. Anyway, the rest of the things you're going to see here, of course, your info. You got your temperature, your time, the positioning of your climate controls, which we'll go over in a moment here. We got the radio stations, the saves for the radio stations or Bluetooth, and you got the CD scanner. Let's drop down to these buttons here. You're gonna get some of your climate controls here. This is climate, and that is not climate. That's for bass, treble, whatever, you know, audio mixing you wanna do in this thing. Really nice. Wish there was color on this temperature gauge, but I mean, you can see the temperature already up here. 6.7. Really like this shifter area right here. You have a classic old Toyota wood shifter here with park, reverse, neutral, drive, 2, and L. You also have a snow mode since this is all-wheel drive. I love this button here, and you have an overdrive on and off button. You have auto-dimming mirrors for nighttime, both the sides and the top, and you also have a power sunroof. Alright, and here you're gonna get power seats, front, back, up, down. There's like a rise and lower, and you also have lumbar support on the driver's side. I think you have it on the passenger side. Oh, the passenger has lumbar, but it does not have up and down. We are now in the back of the car. It's very nice back here. You have an armrest, and you have rear climates back here, and I'll show you those in a second. Otherwise, there's not really much to do back here. You can recline by taking this and going back, and you can also move the seat forward and backward, unlike some other, you know, cars. The room is insane back here. I think it's better than the ES. You can just kind of lounge back here, and there's not really much to do, but you can chill. And you got your climate vent, which the temperature is matched with the front. Not a big deal. There used to be a cup holder right here. No, it's not. Also, I have a little cigarette lighter right here if you want to charge your devices or connect to Bluetooth. It works from the back, too. I tried it. All right, let's go to the trunk. 8.9 cubic feet here. And I left my stuff in here so I can show you what I have stored. There's my detailing stuff. There's my ukulele, blankets, and rollerblades in here, and the back brace, and a donut media hat, and towels. You also have this awesome shade here if you want to hide all your suspicious items. Seats also do go down. They have a 60-40 split. So this is the 40. And you can put them both down, and if the trunk's empty, you can camp. Not the script. Tested a camping setup the other day, and it worked pretty well. I do plan to take this car camping sometime because it's very spacious in here. Let's talk about the styling. Like the front end of this car, I really like these headlights where the headlight is up here and the running light and signal are down here. The little fog light right there. This car is in a two-tone paint. The bumper is a little messed up. There's a dent on this side, but that's kind of the only dent that this car has. Otherwise, it's in good condition. I'm probably going to junk dive one and get a new bumper and replace it. Got a very nice side profile. Goes up, kind of swoops, and then drops abruptly with a little spoiler back there, a little wing. Here is the back with the green tinted windows that were controversial for Lexus. I think they got in trouble for it. But then I think they got approved for it. They just kind of skipped it on next gen. You've got your refreshed taillights that remind me a bit of the IS300 with these two dots, and they are clear. You got your Lexus logo, a plastic chipped bumper on mine. You've got a logo back here and a rear wiper. Look at that window tint. Forgot one important thing. Once you start up the RX300, a phenomenon happens. The back antenna extends. This helps the radio signal go through and work properly. Now that we have covered most of this car, let's drive it. Alright, just to get a quick feel of what it would look like if you were to be driving one of these in silence, just for a few minutes. Let's talk about this. This is a very solid interior with a very just quiet, simple ride. I don't think it's quite as smooth as my ES was when it was in its peak, but it is a very, look at that saline. It is a very, very nice, comfortable, simple SUV crossover. It's very comfortable. I got my pillows, so that enhances it, basically. This model does not come with heated seats, but that's fine. The climate, the temperature works so well. It's almost instant, even in the morning or on a hot day or very cold day. It's instantaneous. This is a bit more of a fun road. It's got some turns on it. I don't want to go crazy because there are blind spot turns, but it's very smooth on the corners. It has a really bad turning radius, though, I will say. I drove a 2nd gen RX. It actually drives pretty similar to this. I think maybe a little better, has more features, and it's a little more sleek looking. I don't know if I enjoy the looks of this one better or the 2nd gen. They're both kind of unique in their own way. I think this maybe has a more of a classic look, and the 2nd gen has a more modern look, timeless styling, honestly. It still looks great today. In fact, maybe one day I'll sell this and get a 2nd gen if that's what I like. But I'm really kind of stuck on this one. I like it. I kind of want to keep it, fix things, and because it's a nice design and it's a great car. I think I might like it better than my ES altogether. If this had heated seats, I think it'd be 100% better than my ES. That was pretty comfortable, though. This thing drives great. Oh, here's a bit of a hill. Check this out. This is a big hill here. It drives really well at low speeds and at high speeds. It feels kind of the same driving both of the speeds, like 25 miles per hour, smooth, 65 miles per hour, super smooth, same. Like, it doesn't start shaking once you get above 70. To be honest with you, my ES's alignment was broken, basically. So when it did get on the freeway, it would shake at those higher speeds. And that was a problem for driving over a golf course right now. And you can definitely stick golf clubs in this car. I feel very in the right place at a golf course with this grandpa SUV crossover thing. Not fast at all. It does not kick you back in your seat whatsoever. But hey, you know what? It does it smoothly. Unlike the ES actually had a shifting problem, and it didn't affect reliability, but it did affect your driving experience just a little bit. When you would shift, I think from first to second, when you got to second gear, it would do a little thunk. This one does not. I barely noticed that the gear actually changed in the first place. It's that smooth. And that was the driving. It drives incredibly. It's reliable, not fast, nice interior, good materials, a little plastic here and there, a little creaky sometimes. But for the year, it's held up very well. I'd recommend this as a first car. It's pretty cheap to repair. It takes regular gas. I forgot to mention that earlier. You can put premium in it, but it's not, you don't have to. But back to the point, and I repeat myself a lot, this is a very reliable, slightly luxurious, smooth SUV. And I recommend it to anyone who wants just a easy car to have. It's a V8 Volvo XC90. Shout out to Vern on cars. Thank you guys for driving with me. See you next time.